Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, we are heading back out to Rockingham and grabbing our Denali Duramax because we just got a call for another recovery. Now, this one isn't for a vehicle that rolled off the side of a trail. It's not for, somebody that basically, drove into a mud pit too deep or anything like that. The vehicle itself is, I would say, in an area where most vehicles could drive out, but here's the issue. The head gasket is blown. And we're talking about a 6.0 Powerstroke that is apparently in great distress after heading up to the old lumber area and basically just, having a blast in the mud as you do, and then apparently they didn't pay too much attention to their temperature gauge because, well, their truck was basically spewing a bunch of coolant everywhere, and the temperature gauge was through the roof, and now it won't start, and usually those are symptoms of a blown head gasket. But without any further ado, let's fire this thing up, get on up there, and see if we can get that thing back down here to the garage and get it fixed. Roars to life as usual. This thing is one of the best rigs I have ever had in my fleet. So we're going to get out onto the main road, and actually, I'm kind of debating on whether or not I want to take the alternate route this time. So what we'll do is we'll take the alternate route, we'll go to the right, and then we'll follow the power line trail. Now, the power line trail isn't anything crazy or gnarly or anything like that. We'll be able to get through it with a trailer just fine. And then what we'll do is we'll take the power line trail, and at the end of the power line trail, we'll make a right, and then we'll make another right to go up into the lumber area. Now, the cool thing about the power line trail is that it actually gives us an opportunity to kind of wind this thing out a little bit because the tire setup on this truck is grippier on dirt than it is on pavement anyway, so I really enjoyed taking the power line trail for that reason. It's also really cool because you don't normally see many realistic powerline trails like this one in a lot of SnowRunner maps. Powerline trails are a big thing in southeastern Wheeling, and I feel like, I would like to see them represented a little bit more in SnowRunner maps, especially like modded maps like this one. I love how it looks super overgrown back here too, like nobody's mowed this or cut this in years, because that's kind of how it would look anyway. I mean, after they log these powerline right-of-ways, they really just kind of leave the, the grass and weeds to kind of just grow up over everything. So they don't really come back and mow this kind of stuff. All they really do is they try to make sure that the right-of-way is clear of trees and branches, but that's about it. All right, there's the main road, and that powerline trail kind of just ends, so I'm going to kind of make my way through the grass. I know there's a little bit of a ditch there, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right, over the ditch. And now we got to make our way on up to the lumber area to meet to meet the person whose head gasket left the chat. I've had a head gasket leave the chat on me in real life. Let me know in the comments if you've had the same thing happen to you. Except mine was on a Subaru, not a 6.0 Powerstroke. Well, I expected this mud to be really soft. I expected it to, actually start sinking pretty dang quick. Nothing of the sort, actually. It just kind of drove right on over it like it wasn't even there. Wow, I mean, you would think that for a truck this heavy, it would have sunk down a little bit more, but apparently that's not even remotely the case. I'm going to give it a little bit more speed here. Not much, not to where the truck is flying off the ground or anything like that, but just a little bit of cruising speed, All right, now if my memory serves me correctly... Oh! I see tire tracks. Someone was having fun in the mud up here. Oh! There's the poor 6.0. Oh, dear. Oh, no. It's head gasket, dude. Oh, no. Oh, God. Yeah, I see your predicament. You're stuck, your head gasket is gone, your truck won't start, and you can't get out of here. Clean rig, though. I mean, the wheels are pretty sick. All right, let's turn this whole setup around and winch you up onto the trailer, and then we'll figure out how we can get you back to town. All right, let's make our way around this truck. Not bad. And let's see if I can line the trailer up in a good spot to start winching. Ooh, easy. This trailer can be tricky to get lined up correctly, so You gotta make sure. Oh my god, even when I turn it the right way, it's still not interested in getting lined up the way I want it to be. Back it goes. Alright, that looks like it's gonna be about as good as we're gonna get. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing all set and parked, and then we'll start the process of winching that 6.0 up onto the trailer. Alright, we got it winched up there, but the only issue now is that the tow rig is in a really awkward position. So let's fire up the tow rig and make sure that the 6.0 is all strapped down and everything on the trailer so it's solid. And now I'm going to try to kind of even out the tow rig to where we don't have to worry about any kind of, like, even being close to tipping over. Alright, luckily, we should be able to get back onto the main road pretty quick. Uh-oh. Oh, dude, that 6.0 is very heavy. That's maxing out my trailer. That's actually completely maxing out my trailer. I was not expecting my trailer to be fully maxed out like that. Holy smokes. Can I just... Yep, there we go. There we go. Oh, God. I might need to shift that 6.0 forward a little bit because it is completely maxing out my trailer suspension. Like, when I say completely maxing it out, it is maxing it out to the point where I can absolutely feel it up here in the truck. The truck is losing power because of how maxed out that trailer suspension is. If we shift it forward, will that give us the help we're looking for? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I do want to go ahead and make sure that I add this photo to the recoveries collection, though. Absolutely. Absolutely. Another recovery in the book. Well, not fully in the books yet, but it will be in the books as soon as we get it back to the garage. Providing we don't have any mishaps or odd scenarios causing rollovers, flops, turnovers, slips, falls, breakages. Do I need to keep going down the list? I probably don't, but you guys know. Y'all, if you've been here for like any length of time, you know that any of those things plus more can happen with our recoveries if they happen to go wrong. The sun is also just at the beginning of starting to set, so it might get even more gnarly the further we go here. What are you doing? Could you, like, not? And say you did, please? Thank you! We found a good use for that dead tree. Not trying to be, like, iffy about this or anything, but... Oh my god, I didn't realize how much light that those front lights were giving off. Issue. Trying to work it, but I don't know how much good that's doing me. Luckily, we have a winch equipped on this bumper, so we can run a winch line to that tree, and we're good. We just need to, once again, make sure that we keep this trailer level, because if we turn this thing over... Oh, dude, like, I mean, the truck itself is in pristine condition. It just literally just needs a head gasket. Or I should say, well, head gaskets because of the, you know, the design of the engine. Oh, but if we flip it off the trailer and we cause body damage, I am not going to want to have to front that. All right, we should be good. And heading out onto the main road. Beautiful. All right, we were able to get out of there unscathed. Now, let's see how heavy that thing actually is. Let's see. Can we actually roll the power on now that we're on the paved road? This is in high. And then eventually the turbo freaking spools up. Come on. It is so tricky to get this thing to spool on the mid-tune with a truck that heavy behind us. That's a lot of weight. That weighs so much more than the freaking Tacoma that we hauled last. I don't mean it makes sense that it weighs more than the Tacoma because it's literally an F250 Powerstroke, but still. I'm going to ease it up here on the brakes. Oh my god. It started pushing me a little bit there. All right, run wide. Probably shouldn't have run that wide. Didn't need to run that wide, but... God, I almost wish these lights were brighter, but I know that it's that weird, like, kind of evening part of the game right now where it's not necessarily dark, but also not necessarily bright, and it's one of the times of day when headlights are least effective in the game, so the headlights would actually be more effective once the sun was completely down. All right, I'm going to go really wide here because I do not want that trailer to get caught. I really don't want to have to deal with that right now. Here we go. I'm going to use that tree as my marker. Yep, didn't snag on anything at all. We're good to go. And now we just got to get it backed up to the door. God, look at that sunset. It's freaking gnarly. All right, let's back you up. Oh. I just realized that is so heavy that it's, like, not going to let me back it up. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to have to try our secondary plan. Which, I don't know what our secondary plan is, but I'm going to make it up as I go along. I feel like I do that with a lot of things, but you know what? It's fine. As long as it gets done, right? Alright, let me pull alongside the garage door. And that's going to be a little bit iffy. Alright, so we may have to fire this truck up for just a split second. If we can get it to fire, that is. And hopefully, since it's getting the head gaskets done anyway, hopefully it won't cause too much damage. Let's see if we can fire it up. That's try number 1. Try number 2. What about try number 3? Cross my fingers. Okay, it fired up. Let me get it off the trailer and immediately into the garage and shut it down. And boom. All right, it's in the garage. We didn't run it for very long, and hopefully that didn't cause any more damage than was already done. But if you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this recovery, definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions on it in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time. Talk to y'all later.